Hey everyone, so I thought that I would do a video where I rate all the aetheryte crystals in Final Fantasy XIV out of 10. For some reason, I don't know if anybody else has already done this before, but they probably haven't, because it's not a very good idea. Which, then you might ask, so why are you doing it? So, the first aetheryte is just the basic one from A Realm Reborn. As you can see, we're here in Gridania, because this is where I started, and because it reminds me of home. And I give this aetheryte a 7 out of 10. I like that there's a hole in it, with a little bit floating in the middle, and it's got a cool ring. And also the little explosion of crystals kind of coming off the side looks really cool. For some reason, this reminds me of a lightsaber, and I don't really know why. Anyways, 7 out of 10 for this one, and that's 7 out of 10. So the next one is just the normal one again, but it's in Foundation, and I'm giving this one a 3 out of 10, because it's the first aetheryte that you see in Heavensward, and it's just the normal ass one again, and that's kind of boring. It could have been like a dragon head or something. They could have had dragon wings going on with it, and it's just basic one. So that's boring, and it could have been cool. So, what did I say? 3 out of 10? Yeah. Room for improvement. So the next one is the actual new one from Heavensward. I don't know why they saved it for later, but this is a new one from Heavensward. And I give this one also a 7 out of 10. Same rating as the basic one, because I think it's different, but it's not really cooler. It's just different. But I do like that it's different, and I like that it looks kind of like a key, or like a tool that you like slot into a machine. I don't really know if that makes sense, but it's pretty alright. 7 out of 10. This next one is it's just the basic one again, but it's in the Sea of Clouds, and I'm giving it a 2 out of 10 because it's too tall. It's too high up off the ground, it's on a bunch of rocks, and I'm really short, so I can't reach it. So it gets a 2 out of 10 for being too high up. You should keep them low to the ground so I can reach them, please. Thank you. The next one is also just the basic one again, but it's the one in Limsa Lominsa. I use this one a lot, so it gets points for being convenient, but it loses points because there's too many cat girls, and also my frame rate always tanks when I go here because there's too many people around. So this one gets a 6 out of 10 for cat girls and performance issues. Okay, this next one is in Kurthis in Heavensward, and it's broken, and that's sad, and that's also cool. I give it a 9 out of 10 because it's cool that it's broken, and also it's the old design from FF14 1.0 before they destroyed it. And I think that's pretty neat. It's sad, and it fits the sad vibes of the zone, and every time I look at it, I go, aw, and that's pretty cool. Okay, this next one is the aetheryte in Az's Law, which you use a lot if you're doing the Relic questline, and I give this one a 1 out of 10 because it's really gross, it looks broken, and it has like organs inside which are gross, and I don't like to think of that a lot, and also whenever I'm in Az's Law, I feel like I'm inside a fart, and I don't like that very much. 1 out of 10. So this next one, we're starting off not very strong in Ralger's Reach in Stormblood, first one of Stormblood, and it's just the Heavensward one again, and I think that's not very exciting, but the room it's in is kind of neat, so this one gets a 5 out of 10. Luckily, Stormblood gets way better, because the Kugane one is cool as shit. It gets a 9 out of 10. I like the wood, the red painted wood, and the top of it that's like spinning around is cool. It's like balanced on it like a top or something. I think that's pretty sick. 9 out of 10. I like this one a lot. Okay, this next one is like it's the Beast Tribe aetheryte in Tamamizu in the Ruby Sea, and this one gets a 4 out of 10 because it's just a big, ugly hunk crystal. And when you spawn underneath it, it's like, what am I even looking at? It's just rock, just a big chunk. It looks like they're not done yet. Looks like they need to chisel it a little bit more and carve it, and it looks not finished. And also, if you fly above it, the grass on top is not spinning with the rest of the crystal. That might be a new thing. That might be with the new graphics update. They forgot to check this one. So it's also just sort of technically broken. 4 out of 10. Don't like this one. It's big, ugly chunk. Okay, this next one is at the Dawn Throne, but it's also used throughout the Azim Steppe. And I give this one a 5 out of 10 because when I look at it, I feel nothing. We're in the good shit now. Oh, we're in the good shit now. This one is the Crystarium aetheryte, and I give this one a 10 out of 10. It's so cool, dude. Look at the colors. I love the orange kind of glowing inside of it, and I like that it looks like a real kind of crystal that you'd find in like a crystal mommy shop in Portland or something. I think that's awesome. It looks also really tasty. It looks like you could eat it and it would be like rock candy, and that's awesome. Maybe I should have ranked all these how much they look like they would be good to eat. That's maybe what I should have done. Anyways, 10 out of 10 for this one. It's great. Everything in Shadowbringers is the best, and this is also the best. It's the best aetheryte. It's 10 out of 10. Heading over to Leader Loran. Heading over to Leader Loran. This is also a 10 because it's in just a really pretty area. It's like sitting on a pond, and there's like some little flowers floating in the pond. And also, when you're far away, this looks really cool, glowing in the nook that it's sat in. I think that's pretty cool. This one's also a 10 because you can't improve on perfection aside from just putting it in a pretty area. That's pretty cool. This is the Yulmore one, and guess what? It's also a 10, because it's the same one as the other ones in Shadowbringers, but they dressed it up a little bit. They made it kind of fancy, and threw some roses around, and I think that's great. I think you should treat your aetherytes well, and you should respect them. You should pay your respects by giving them some flair, and giving them some flowers. I think that's great. This is probably a really happy aetheryte. I think they probably water it a lot, and they play its favorite songs all day. And I think it's probably the happiest aetheryte in the game, and I love that for it. Okay, this next one is the aetheryte that's in the Tempest, and it's cool as shit, because it's so fucking big. It's a huge, huge, huge aetheryte. It's so big. It's so stupid big. You look at the bottom part of it, the base of it, you're like, damn, that's a weird looking aetheryte. Why'd they make it like that? And then you look up and you're like, oh, that's just like the first, like, third, not even third, it's like the first, like, 10% of it. It's just like the base, and then it's huge. You can fly around it. It's so big. That's awesome. 10 out of 10. It's huge. Okay, this is the first one of Endwalker, and this is in Radzadhan, the Elephant City, and it's just the basic one. It's just the basic aetheryte. But they also dress this one up. So I think it gives a 9 out of 10, because I like it when an aetheryte looks happy. And they gave this one some flair, and also they cut a hole in the ceiling so that it can see the sky, and also it can get watered by the rain. So I think this is probably also another really happy aetheryte. I think it probably has a pretty cool life, and I like that they treat it well. So 9 out of 10 on this one. Alright, this is our second one in Endwalker, and this is the one in Sharlayan, and it's so weird, dude. It gets a 7 out of 10 because it's so weird. It's like a shell. It's like a weird shell, a nautilus maybe? I don't know. And it's round, and there's like a spiral of crystal underneath it, and there's like bits of it that are like floating off, and it's got like a crystal ring floating around the edge. I don't even know. When I look at this one, I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know the emotions that I have when I look at this one. It's so weird. It's so different. None of the other ones in the game look even close to this. It's weird. 7 out of 10. This next one is in the Garlean Empire map in Endwalker, and this one gets a 3 out of 10. I don't like it because it looks like if you touched it, you would die. I don't like this one. It looks like it would kill you. So I don't like this one very much. It's sharp, and I don't like it. Just real quick, this next one is the one that's on the moon, and it's also fucking huge, and so it also gets a 10. It gets a 10 for being huge, and also it's on the moon. So 2 big plus points for this one, being huge and being on the moon. Okay, this next one is on Ultima Thule in the robot town, and this one gets a 6 out of 10, because I think it's kind of cool that some robots use some science parts to hold it together, but also it looks broken and scary, and it would hurt if you touched it or if you tried to eat it. I think it would hurt real bad. So I don't like that. It looks painful, but kind of neat. So 6 out of 10. Okay, this next one is in the sad dragon part of Ultima Thule, and I give this one a 5 out of 10 because it looks kind of cool. But also it looks like it's decaying. Looks like rotting away, or like acid is eating away at it, and that makes me sad. But not in like a cool way. It just makes me sad to look at it, because I don't think this aetheryte feels very good, or is very happy to be where it is. So 5 out of 10 for Sad Dragon Town aetheryte. Okay, this is the last one for Ultima Thule. It's in the little alien city, and I hate this one. I think it looks so stupid. This one looks so dumb. Please look at it and see how dumb it looks. I give it a 2 out of 10. It gets just 1 point, or maybe 2 points, depending if we're starting from 0 or 1, for just being so stupid. It looks so stupid that I can't fully hate it, but I do hate it for being stupid. So 2 out of 10 on this one. And for our final one in Endwalker, this is the one that's on Elpis, and this one gets a 10 out of 10, because it's also fucking huge! No, just kidding, this one's actually not huge. It's the same design as the big ones, but it's normal sized, and that's cool that they did that, because of lore reasons. Your character is, like, sized up in this area for reasons. You're hanging out with huge people, and your character gets sized up in the lore and the story, and so this one is a huge one, but you're also huge, but relatively it looks normal. That's cool as shit. Look at the difference in size between the old huge ones and this one that's normal, regular sized. That's so cool. 10 out of 10, maybe even higher than that, but we won't be silly and break the scale. It's just 10. So, great one, maybe the best aetheryte in the game. To be honest, this is the best one. And then finally is this one in Tuliolal. I haven't really started Dawn Trail at all. I just got to the city, and then I had the idea to make this video. And this one gets a 7 out of 10. I like that it has a hat that looks like a pyramid, and also this one's really, really bright. If you go here at nighttime, it's probably the brightest aetheryte in the game, and I think that's pretty cool. Anyways, this one gets a 7 out of 10. And that's not all the aetherytes in the game, because I still haven't played Dawn Trail. I'm getting there. I'm getting ready. And there's probably also some that I missed. But what's your favorite one? What's your favorite aetheryte? Do you agree? Do you have ones you like more? Are there ones that you think are dumb and look bad? Let me know. Okay, bye.